Here's the after show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. You guys, 2 episodes later, and we still don't know what the hell is in that bin. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I'm joined by my pretty little talkers. We can't talk about what's in the bin, but we can talk about a lot of stuff that happened. Over here, we have Ashley.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Megan and Stephanie.
What up?
Did you just blow a kiss?
I did. That's
cute.
sassy. Thanks.
Very pretty little liars
It was
of you.
unplanned. I just kind of went with it.
Yeah, I loved it. You should make that a thing. That's
I will.
your
I'll
thing.
try.
Okay, but you guys, seriously though, for real, there's so much to talk about. This episode, we kind of had mixed emotions on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information, but no like big moments that we were hoping for. There's definitely some stuff to talk about, and one particular person we can talk a lot about. If you guys have questions, comments, theories, anything, hop online, hop on YouTube, get in on the live chat happening right now. You guys, seriously, we want to hear. The hashtag to use on Twitter is PLLAS. All right, guys, can we get started with
Let's do it.
the man of the hour, Mr. Mike Montgomery? And all we want to know is, he
Becoming a man.
What is he in that gorgeous new buzz cut hiding? Like, what did you say? Was he in Aria's closet? We were starting to get really nervous about Mike this episode.
I know. I was all like, they had to rewind it because I thought Mike was in Aria's closet. I was all confused. But, what was with the gummies? I don't know. And I don't like Mike's new buzz cut. I like his bod.
It's not a buzz cut. It's like a mohawk edge.
It's
okay, you guys, for your information, the in cut for men, for all
knows.
of our men
She
watching,
knows.
short on the side, like
Tall in
the
the
Elvis
front.
cut, tall on the
Because
top.
Holbrook
Yeah.
has the same haircut.
Yeah.
So it must just
Yeah,
be
it's the
insane.
trend.
It's
the trend.
2015 hair, I mean, none of them have long enough hair to have a man bun, so they have
Caleb
to do that.
used to.
the man
Caleb used
bun?
to.
You're
Okay,
a
this
fan
is
of
the
the
wrong
man
show,
bun?
but do not
Stop.
ever diss the man bun.
Stop with the man bun. It's all about the Scott Disick hair. Let's get real.
It is about the Scott Disick
I love
hair.
the Scott
It is
Disick
about
hair.
the Scott Disick
Anyway.
hair. So back to Mike. Back to Mike. I think what we're supposed to assume now, which is so opposite from what I was thinking, is that he got in some weird fight with Mona, killed Mona in a turn of events, and is now cooperating with Allie.
Who apparently really likes gummy bears.
I don't buy it
gummy
all,
bears.
though, guys.
No.
There's no way Mike killed Mona. Why would he do that?
Right.
And
No,
now get all
makes no
sappy,
sense.
and now get all sappy over videos that she recommended he watch. It
I
doesn't
know,
make sense.
and he made like a weird face when Aria was confronting him about the videos. I don't think that Mike is I don't think that Mike killed Mona. I think that each season they try to make Marlene King tries to make someone look guilty, and it ends up being totally opposite. I don't think Mike is completely innocent. I think he's a huge sketchball, but at the same time, I don't think he has anything to do with what we're talking about.
No, I agree. But you know what I do think? I think I would believe that he knows who did. Like,
there you go.
I
He knows
kind
a
of
lot.
almost felt like that relationship was very random to me, and that maybe he was working with or somebody against Mona. I don't believe that Mike is on the A team at all, but I do believe that he knows more about why Mona died or how she died or who killed her.
Yeah, he definitely knows something. And I also want to ask you guys to hop in the comment section. Let us know, what is the significance of those movies he was watching? It seemed like
There's gotta be
there was a connection.
Was it a Hitchcock movie? I know they always do
probably-
Hitchcock.
Right,
I don't know if it
exactly.
was a Hitchcock
Well,
movie.
whenever
but-
they zoom in on the movies or they take extra time to show us what they're watching, it's always good for us to look it up. We know like songs work that way in the show, so if you guys have already looked it up, which I'm sure some of you have, let us know what you find, okay?
I will say, before
No,
I
you're totally fine.
will say that Mike was suspicious about the book, and there was a tape in that book. So
yeah.
so that
He
is
knows.
I don't, yeah,
He knows.
Absolutely.
And did anyone catch? I thought he didn't really like new redhead
Not at all.
No.
new redhead Leslie
Who
girl.
liked Leslie though? Seriously,
Yeah.
new characters.
I know.
Right.
Stop
She's
Especially
coming
that
here.
one.
I really appreciate you guys looking after Mona's family. It's like, who are you?
Yeah.
You hop in here like you're her best friend. We've never even seen you before.
Right?
Calm down.
Don't you love
Leslie.
how they tried really hard to like make her kind of like nerdy, like maybe like
Yeah.
she and Mona had some like nerdy friendship.
But she also has like $400 worth of glasses. Yeah.
Right.
Those are really nice glasses.
I would know. They are.
Stephanie's still thinking about those glasses. But
Glasses, though.
speaking of Leslie and that book, I mean, obviously we got a huge chunk of information as far as Bethany is concerned when we hear that recording, and Megan had brought up such a great point about how we need to really start thinking that Bethany is a hell of a lot smarter than we've ever realized, and that she clearly knew that something was going on, and that letter that she wrote to Alison about how she was so excited to meet up with her and all that stuff, that was obviously BS
Total
because this
BS.
girl, if Allison is the one she's talking about in that recording, she hated her.
Right.
Why would she even be excited? Like, I want to know who Bethany
And
is.
she was really suspicious.
So bad.
Something was going to happen.
Right.
She was like, I want to be prepared to defend myself.
Right.
And we don't know if
Apparently she didn't learn how.
if Marlene is trying to throw us for a loop or not, because the recording of Bethany this time versus the recording last time sounded like Melissa, and this time it sounded like a cross between Mona and I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like Mona. And then I was
It
like, is that
sounded weird.
Leslie girl? Like, it sounded like her too.
probably.
I think that they're maybe hoping that we don't catch on.
Right,
That it's a different person. I think they're
Yeah.
assuming like, oh, it's young people that watch this show. They don't really know what the hell's going
Well,
on.
I think they do that on purpose because I had read also that they use different stunt people on
Yeah,
purpose.
they do, to
throw,
be A.
And to throw off, like, you know how Keegan Allen said he just found out who A is and, like, in that whole interview?
Yeah.
But, like, they were saying around that time, it was like, what? That was like last week, a couple weeks ago. They were saying that even they don't know, they hadn't known who A was, and they were messing with them on set too to try to keep it exciting for them. So I think they'll pull out all the stops. They're going to use different voices, different bodies, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing, if let's say back to the Bethany in the tape, let's say she wasn't talking about Allie though, because there's still a huge
Right.
chance that she
That's
wasn't.
true.
Who would she be talking about?
Cece,
Cece,
Melissa, maybe.
Mona,
maybe Mona.
Yeah.
like literally.
It could
anyone.
be anyone.
could
Literally
honestly
anyone.
be anyone.
So
It
much,
could be one
not
of the
at all.
liars that she was talking
Right.
about. We don't
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
we
Could be her
are assuming at
mom.
this point it's Allie, and that I'm just jumping on the train that Bethany was smarter than we originally assumed that she was. I think she knew a lot more.
We're speculating about somebody who we don't even like know who they are.
yeah.
Like, who are they
I'm
talking to? Well, who are they? Like, we don't know anything about this girl still.
Someone
I'm
tweeted us go ahead.
No, you go, you go.
Someone tweeted us, I think last week during the show, like, don't you guys find it strange that we don't know what Bethany's face looks like?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so freaking
That's
weird.
because I think that Bethany didn't die. That's what I was just gonna say. I think that Bethany is smarter than we all think.
Yeah.
And she faked her own
Well,
death.
then who's in the
and now
casket,
she's
though?
Sarah
Someone
Harvey.
has
Yeah, is that the high school?
That was the girl
other
that
high
went
school?
missing.
Yeah,
back in the
a
day.
bunch
They
of you were
never
asking who
clarified that.
Sarah was. I think I mentioned it either last episode or a couple episodes before. Sarah Harvey,
Right.
which,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
that
never
was
another
clarified.
That
plot
was
line.
a theory I think that everyone at one point believed because it was very easy.
I still believe it.
Yeah.
God
Yeah, I
damn
could
it, I
definitely
figured
see
it
that.
out, guys.
Speaking of another person that clearly doesn't know anything either, it's #bad cop, Detective Sexy Pants.
Oh my God.
He comes back, and we're obviously
so
really excited to see him.
So, like, I can't emphasize
Yeah,
my
he's hot.
so enough. So hot.
Wait, do the
He's so
Holbrook
hot.
dance again.
The
so we
what?
can get on board. We've got Ezra. Okay, here's the Holbrook.
This is another meme, you guys.
Yeah. He is absolutely gorgeous, but I was actually really relieved that he didn't know what was going
Yes,
on. I don't know
same.
what about Holbrook makes me, like, it makes me, I want him to be, I know he's bad. Okay, #bad cop. I know he's bad, but I want him to not be as evil as
We think.
they all believe and what we're supposed to believe. And I was relieved when he said that he's been in that hotel for the past few weeks.
Right,
And that Allie had cut him off because that means he's not the one that had anything to do with that storage unit. And he is not responsible for freezing the girls and burning Caleb and all that other stuff.
So you believe it?
I believe it. I absolutely
him.
believe it.
I believe him, totally believe him, but that scene with him and Hannah, if you were a detective, that is way too close to be getting to like a minor girl for
Yeah.
you to not, there's something still strange about him. That scene, there was a lot of
Yes.
tension.
And perverted.
And perverted. He even mentioned that, oh yeah, I kissed, you know.
Well, I
the
think
two
Hannah
girls.
even said that. She said, she's the girl, you're the man up, right?
Yeah. Right.
She said that. And guys, just a quick PSA, if you ever get pulled over by a cop and you look in the rearview mirror and there's no one in it, do
Oh my
not get
God.
out of the
Even
car.
even
my
before
God.
that, never ever pull over on the side of the. This actually upset me because if you're ever driving and you see
Right.
lights and you're alone on the street, you keep driving, and you can call your local police station and ask them if there is somebody who has reported that they're pulling something.
Or
over.
drive to a
advice of
local
PLLES, guys.
And
police
they
station.
will check for you. They will be like, oh
Slow
yeah,
clap.
we just checked. He's actually pulling you over because you're a terrible driver. Pull over. Like if they don't know him, then you keep driving.
Exactly.
Yeah!
Also, something else that Holbrook said though during that was he said Tanner knows everything, and
Yeah,
then
that
we
was
all
a
started
weird
getting
way.
paranoid because we're paranoid about everything right now. But Tanner is like really, really, really starting to worry me a little bit because I just am starting to get confused about where the hell she stands. Whose side is she on?
I know. Whose side is she on? She seems to know everything about everything before anybody else knows about it. And I had this weird epiphany moment where I thought to myself, oh my God, is Tanner A? And then I'm like, would that be something that no one in the world would guess? That Marlene said one person in the entire world guessed? But then I was like, I'm sure
No,
someone else
she hasn't been around since the beginning.
Yeah.
She's
I just
too
think-
new.
Oh yeah, was she in the first episode?
No.
Damn it. There
She
goes
wasn't
that
even-
theory.
This is the first season she's been a part of, and she's just always on the screen, taking up the whole TV with that damn hair.
But she
For real.
genuinely seems so determined, guys.
I know.
Like, so determined to find A. She's almost angry about that she can't figure out this situation. So I think she's sketchy, but I don't really buy into her being A.
No.
No,
Real
I
fast,
don't either.
back to the cop scene with Holbrook and Hanna. Did anyone feel like that beat up session was going to turn into a makeout session?
Oh,
Because I thought there was
totally.
palpable tension there.
There was. There was.
Yeah,
tension.
and like even though she was like really defensive, like when he touched her face, she still had a moment where she was like,
She was like gonna lick that finger.
Exactly.
right? Like seriously. Speaking of awkward relationships, can we please talk about Emily and Talia at the brew? And all you see is Emily in this giant weird like orb ball that crazy like Hastings neighbor built, and she's in the thing talking. She's like, I should have told you the truth. And all I could think is, one, somebody needs to wipe that glass thing because that's weird. And two, like this is the weirdest thing ever. I really like Talia, but you guys, like that relationship, I don't think they're doing a good job.
I feel like no, they're not
not
doing
at
a
all.
good job of like bringing us through them getting to know each other and then
No.
forming the chemistry. It seemed like in 1 second they were coworkers, and the next second they're all of a sudden
Right.
in love, and I'm like, what? When
And
did
how
that
forged-
happen?
Not at all.
Maybe I don't like her because they kind of look alike, and I think it's really
They do.
strange when
Yes.
couples
They're
look
like,
that
yeah.
similar.
Yes.
I'm like, why are you so obsessed with yourself? That's one. And the fact that Talia is moving in so fast, I understand like a lot of relationships start fast, most do, but
That
it's
isn't
almost
starting
sketchy.
fast.
It's
It's
almost
weird.
sketchy. Like she's like, I like you. Like, why do you like her so
Right.
quickly?
Well, I don't know if I trust Talia just because she claimed she didn't know what that orb was, but then she was talking to Jonny
is a good
earlier, which
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways,
Yeah.
but I didn't like that kiss. Did you
no,
guys like the
that
kiss?
is
I didn't like the kiss.
Honestly, what you just said is so good because didn't she say like she was alluding to the fact that she's never been an
a
open
lesbian
lesbian
before.
before.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always been a lesbian, but you know, she hasn't
first
been
time.
openly comfortable with it. But she clearly had way more. I was gonna say, never mind.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, never mind. She clearly had way more like guts to go in for that kiss than Emily did. Like Emily was so awkward. I mean, it was like,
Is it weird that I thought when they were first starting to kiss that she was, or not when they were first starting to kiss, when she said that she's never done this before, I thought she was talking, this is how my mind freaking works with Pretty Little Liars, overanalyzing every single effing thing. And I was thinking, oh, she must be talking about cooking. So she lied to make everyone think that she likes cooking when really she doesn't know what she's doing with cooking. Why would she lie about that? Does that mean she's A? Who's A? I don't know. And that's what I felt like.
Well, I still feel, that's really good. I still feel like Talia is sketchy.
Especially
Yeah.
the way she, remember there was like this one scene she looks over her shoulder.
Yeah.
That was like a really
And she was in that weird bad mood, and I'm not sure if we were supposed to think that that was because she was like embarrassed that she confessed her
I think-
feelings.
that's what I
Is
thought.
that what we're supposed to think?
I don't
Oh.
know. She's
Okay.
so weird.
And
I'm
she
not
didn't
sure.
feel well. What was that all about?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't feel well. No, I just didn't want to come into work that day. What were you doing then instead of not being at work?
Clearing out a storage unit, perhaps.
Yes, Sinead.
Oh my gosh, that
Glad
new
we
theory,
solved
guys.
this.
New theory.
Who else is creepy is that freaking Johnny Raymond guy.
So creepy.
And I saw, I think, a tweet about this that he said something along the lines of, or that someone said something along the lines of that he's trying to be a bad influence on Spencer because he has ulterior motives.
He's
trying to
going
get
on
her to
me.
not go to college or something weird. Does anyone think that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I still haven't figured him out either.
don't
Like,
either.
I don't know what he's doing. All I know is that his eyes look like this the whole time.
He's like,
And he's really creepy. But I
Cracked out.
definitely think that there is something there. I don't know if that he's supposed to be like Spencer's new love interest, or he's supposed to like try to like get in, you know, since Toby is like really wasn't even in this episode. But it, you know, it is sad.
and
But
his invention was really dumb.
his adventure-
$200 to basically make a phone call when you could just kind of make a phone call but not be near someone 10 feet away. But it's only $200. Just walk up to the person. You're 10 feet away from them.
We had to have that invention because Emily and Talia, Emalalia, had to have their moment. Duh.
Obvi.
Obvi. Okay, you guys. Anyways, like, let us know what you think. there was a lot of weird stuff in tonight's episode, the orb being the weirdest of all. But obviously, we want to know what you guys have to say about Mike Montgomery, because he is the one right now who they're obviously trying to get us suspicious of. So let us know, hop online, and we'll be right back to take some of your questions.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot! I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
Bennett, the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell her don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Woohoo! All right, we are back and ready to take some of your guys' questions. Thank you so much for getting online on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and getting in on the live chat. We really, really appreciate it. First and foremost, we really do have to talk about something that happened in this episode that's going to set up next week, and we want to prompt this so we can get your questions tonight after the show. Is now that we know that that blood on the storage unit floor is in fact Allie's, where do you guys think that that's going to take us, and what the hell does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe
I don't know
she
what
got
that
cut
means.
when she was trying to move all this stuff. Maybe she accidentally
No,
got a cut on her leg or
I
something.
think Allie, I think that there's DNA for two people. Like for some, how do I explain this? I think that Allie's DNA is also marked as someone else's DNA. Bethany, Cece, whoever. I think that in the hospital or wherever the records are kept, Allie's DNA is two people's DNA.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's the most,
Girl, watch some CSI, okay?
Right? You can only, I only have my DNA. Like, even a twin has,
Yeah, but maybe in the hospital.
The DNA is the same, but maybe somebody switched the labels or something.
Okay, it could also be though, you know the preview, the preview for next week, and we could see all these different vials of all the girls' blood.
Yes.
So it could be A that put Allie's blood there to frame Allie along with all those.
Yeah,
because Allie's dead.
I mean,
that what we all think already?
A clearly has access to hospitals and weird places that nobody could ever get into, and has the ability to mess with people's blood, which also could never happen in real life. So anything's possible.
Right.
All right, this first question comes from this is a last name, and I'm really sorry if I butcher it, but it's at Bray Tegum V. Do you think Paige killed Mona? By the way, I love your show, watching from Germany.
Oh, hey, Germany.
That's really cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what? This has come up so much because of the way Paige left and everything we know that happened between Paige and Mona leading up to that, and then the whole Through a Glass Darkly. That everything really pointed to Paige, but I really don't believe it anymore. I honestly, when you asked this question, I don't know why I can't freaking speak. When you asked this question, and I got it the other day, I was like, this is great. This is a really good theory, blah, blah, blah. But after tonight's episode too, I just feel like when somebody is that connected to something, just for them to not have any more attention on them, it's hard for me to believe that Paige is still involved.
Yeah, I definitely don't believe that either.
You know? But I mean, who knows? I guess it's possible. Anything is possible. Samara Hussein asks, do you think Melissa could have sent Jonny Raymond to spy on the liars? #Sketchboy. I also love this.
Great theory.
Oh,
that
is
a
a great
theory. Because they both lived, I guess, in the same spot.
Right. Yeah. And I think also we haven't seen Melissa in a while. There's been speculation that she's with Ren in London, or she got scared after that video confession. But I think that Jonny Raymond might be he might have been planted there. And why wouldn't anybody take advantage of sending somebody to spy on them?
Right.
You know?
And he's just so
weird.
like coincidentally liking all these things that Spencer is interested in. That's kind of sketchy.
Right. What I wonder is how come Mrs. Hastings hasn't taken any, like, how come we haven't heard from her about him?
Well, she said a little bit tonight. She was like, I don't know how I feel about. I think she said a little bit.
She doesn't like
how
that
I
he's
feel.
being a bad influence on Spencer.
Yeah, but like, isn't the whole reason that he's there because of her mom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pick
Like
him
they
out.
haven't ever said, they haven't ever gone back to why he's there, other than the first episode we were introduced to him. Like,
And that was so fast, too.
It was so
So
quick, like,
weird.
oh yeah, I guess like somebody
my
sued
grandma,
my grandma, and
like-
now I'm moving in. Hey neighbor, like,
Yeah.
and no one ever talked about it again.
Yeah, so weird.
So many new characters.
know.
All right, the next question comes from @CluesPLL. Do you think Talia has an ulterior motive like Nate did with Emily? Just a thought. She seems a bit shady.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. No, I don't know. God, I think she's shady for sure, but I don't know if she is part of the whole A thing. I don't know if she maybe just has her own motives or if she's just seriously sexually confused. I don't know.
She is not sexually confused.
not
Anybody that
confused.
is that aggressive with a first kiss is not sexually
But
confused.
she was like all, I don't know.
I feel like that's been done before though with Sydney.
Yeah.
And that was the whole like we thought she was gonna be a love interest for
Where did she
Emily.
go?
And that I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe she's the voice of Bethany.
Where's
in that
Jenna?
scene.
Where's Sydney? Where's Ren? Where's Melissa? Where's
Where's
Toby? Like, where is everybody?
Yeah, it's so strange.
I mean,
definitely should
who
think,
knows? Really quickly, we also want to shout out a few people. This week on Twitter, there was so many new followers and new people asking me questions and tweeting all of us and tweeting the stream. Thank you guys so much. And honestly, I really do believe that the reason why we're getting so many new viewers is because you guys, like the OGs, the original PLLAS army, has retweeted the absolute hell out of everything we have said over the past week or 2 weeks. And it means so much to us because obviously we want people and new people to join in on the show because we love talking about Pretty Little Liars. So let's all do it together.
Yes.
Some of those noobs that I love already, @Moni8181, @Weber's Son, @Eloise Giustosi, and then there's also some OGs in here as well, @Unicorn_PLL fan, @JPero9681, @ChrisJ_1995, @OzreenX, and @PrettyALairs. So thank you guys so much. If you've been Pretty Little Liars fan for forever, but you're just getting onto our show, we really, really appreciate that. Steph, you have YouTube?
On the YouTube end, guys, we're not quite at 2,000, but you know, almost there, so that's cool.
2,000
And
comments?
2,000 comments.
Dang,
And-
guys. You guys are awesome.
And something that I thought was kind of interesting, someone said, I love when I see Jonny and Spencer together, and that someone would be _ABC family, ABCFPLL, and you guys promote us so much.
So much.
Yes,
Thank
you. Love you.
And someone said the Hannah Holbrook scene, Forever Johnny Boy, who we love. He has the best comments, smartest comments ever. The Hannah Holbrook scene was creepy, but so hot.
It was.
I think there's something brewing.
Agreed.
I know I said it before.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to give a quick shout out to @Town of Rosewood. You sent me a direct message, and you're so great. Thank you so much. And I was just looking at my. It says #hangry. I know you guys couldn't see the whole time. It
says
like
hang.
I'm like, they're probably thinking it says hangover, not cute.
Yeah.
#hangry. Okay.
Also,
Angry because you're so hungry.
That's so me, guys. I'm so positive, but when I'm hungry, don't get on my bad side.
It's hilarious. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Let us know what you guys think about tonight's episode and any more theories that you have. Really quickly about the comments. Last week, while I was freezing my ass off in Big Bear, I got in the chat, and it is unbelievable. I could not keep up. I'd be like, "Hi guys," and then like it'd be like
I wish we
5
could
comments
read
later, I'd be like,
them.
"Hey Sinead," and I'd be like, tried to respond, but it's like it's so cool. So thank you so much. I don't know how you guys stay sane in that chat, but thank you. We do love you guys. All right, well, we're back next week, you guys. Hopefully we'll get some more answers. Hopefully we'll find out, by the end of season 7, who the hell is in that bin. Who knows? Are we ready to
Here we go.
do our kissies?
Wait, how is this going to work? Is it going to?
Oh yeah, because the jib.
I don't
Maybe we
know,
should
okay.
just do it really fast and we'll wait. Ready? 3, 2, 1.